What's up, guys? Back again with a full authentic setup today. We got the Mutation X V2 and the authentic Flagship by SMK mods. I don't know if you guys can see that down there. I did pick up a new flag. Pretty pumped about that. Violent Gentleman Hockey Club. They are an apparel company out of California, and they got some pretty cool shit. You guys should check them out. Little pricey, but like I said, they got some cool shit on there. I need a vape, so I'm gonna go ahead and take one. Now, guys, for the sake of full disclosure, I did pick up this setup at Cloud9, and as many of you know, Eric and Trent are two very, very, very good friends of mine. We golf all the time, we hang out all the time. They are the only shop in Cincinnati that carries blue collar. And, you know, when Eric told me he had this setup in, I was pretty excited. More so for the Mutation, because the Mutation V1 is still one of my all-time favorite addies, simply for the fact of how diverse it is. I mean, you can do huge clouds off of it with it wide open, or you can shut it down and get some nice, you know, throaty pulls off of it, which I like doing every now and then. And while I was in there, he showed me this Flagship mod that he'd picked up, and I was pretty impressed with it, so I went ahead and picked it up as well, which usually happens when I go to Cloud9. I always walk out of there with, you know, something I wasn't expecting to get. But when I picked this up, he asked me if I'd throw a review up, and I said yeah. But understand that, you know, I'm not going to take it easy on you just because you're my friend. If there's something wrong with this, I'm going to call it out, because, like you guys know, I don't bullshit. I mean, I straight shoot as much as I can, because I know you guys out there are going to be spending your hard-earned money on this. So, let's get started with the Mutation first. So, what's different with the V2? Let's start with the top cap, because there's a lot going on here. They have machined these airflow controls diagonally to line up with the holes a little bit better, which, I mean, you're still getting, you know, pretty much the same airflow control, but it just looks a little better. This is also now single coil capable, which, you know, may be a plus for some of you. I rarely do single coil builds, but I like having the option. They have a proprietary 510 connection, which is very wide. It's definitely no chuff cap, but I like it. I like it a lot. Delrin, can't complain about it at all, guys. Well, I got it in single coil mode right now. So, what else is new with it? They engraved a logo on the outside, which is pretty neat. I like that. Under the hood here, you got, instead of tri-post, it is now quad post, which I like a lot. Makes building a lot easier. But, and this just, oh, this pissed me off so bad. You guys know my huge beef with the hexagon post screws, the Allen keys and all that shit. Well, the guys at Indulgence have outdone that, and they put these, if I can get it out of there, these triangle-shaped fucking screw heads in here with a proprietary wrench that I've already stripped, and now it's stuck in my box, so I can't even show you guys. So this pisses me off even more. Here we go, now we're moving. Yeah, look at me. Here we go. There it is. Whoop. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. This has 3 sides on it, and you can tell it's pretty mangled. That was after one build. I tried putting 20 gauge nichrome in here and just chewed the shit out of this wrench. Just ate it up. And so what I had to do was find some post screws, which these two on the outside, my negative posts, are from a Chameleon. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the center post. I got to find some pretty small, hopefully fucking Allen head screws to fit in there, but regardless, I still like this thing a lot. Vapes really well. great airflow as always. You know, nice deep juice well. The other thing they did that I really like is they really improved these gaskets. Any of you guys who have had the V1 know those gaskets were just shit. You go to pick this thing up, slide your hand across the top cap, and the top cap go flying off somewhere. Happened to me all the time. So yeah, the Mutation, I would definitely recommend it if you know what you're getting into. If not, maybe go with the V1, which is, it's just as good. They've just, you know, this thing looks just a hair better. Performance-wise, performs the exact same. Now, let's talk about this Flagship, because there is a lot going on here with this mod, and it looks very, very simple, but it is far from it. I really, you know, I've been kind of hesitant on getting tube mods, because, you know, I just love my box mods. I've got a shit ton of box mods, and I now have 3 tube mods. I just purchased another one today, which I'm getting ready to go over. So I'm, you know, I was a little hesitant on picking this up, but it's an authentic. This is my very first authentic tube mod, and the price is right. The copper, I believe, is $130. That's what I paid for it plus tax. It does come in 4 different finishes. It comes in aluminum, stainless, brass, and copper. I believe the copper is the most expensive. So not bad for an authentic mod. I mean, you're talking some of these mods these days costing upwards of, you know, $300–400, a little over $100 for this bad boy, and it is a beast. Let's take this Addy off real quick. One of my favorite things about this mod, and it's also, you know, some of you may not like it. From the looks of it, it basically looks like a Manhattan, but much cleaner. This top cap, there's no airflow holes. You're pretty much going to be using K-funds and drippers on this. Nothing that needs to draw airflow from underneath, you know, the atomizer. Definitely my favorite thing about this mod is this switch. I have never felt a switch that is so smooth, so strong. It's just, I mean, no wobble whatsoever. And there's not even magnets in here, guys. There is I believe, a 14-pound spring. And I watched a few videos of guys taking this spring apart, this button apart, and I am not going to do it. Because what's in here is 3 spring-loaded ball bearings, which stabilize the switch and just make it nice and smooth. If you had no idea, you'd think this thing had magnets in it. Full copper contacts. I have not had any issues whatsoever with hot button, which is very impressive with a spring button. Let me take this thing apart. The other nice thing about this button, there is this Delrin. I don't know if you guys can see it. This black Delrin right here, that's how you adjust for battery rattle. It just threads up and down, smooth as butter, which is really nice. You know, you don't have to go up top, you know, adjust this, go down, adjust this. Top is floating, and the bottom is adjusted by that Delrin. Just a super clean mod, guys. Hits great. Little battery sag, very, very little. We're talking battery sag like hitting a box mod. You know, you press that button and she's firing. The voltage drop on these is very, very, very low. I don't have the equipment to test it here. I'm just going by what I've heard online and, you know, what I've experienced. It's, you know, it's pretty low. Probably, you know, comparable to my Pegasus, which definitely has some low, low, low voltage drop. I've got a dual coil, got all this vapor where it's distracting me, 4-wrap 19 gauge nichrome on here, ohming out at about a 0.08. I wouldn't recommend, you know, just anybody throwing this build on here. It's very, very extreme, and you need to know what you're doing to be running this load, because you could, you know, really hurt yourself and Nobody wants to see that. And it's just performing awesome. I have been neglecting my box mods using this tube mod. Now, that being said, I forgot how often I have to change batteries when I'm using the tube mod, but that's okay because I really like this thing. It's taking me back to, you know, a nice, you know, small, you know, concealable vape. And that's the other thing. I threw this thing in my pocket today. This is why I waited so long to do this review, because I kind of want to take this thing out and, you know, do my daily vape routine. At work, we are obviously not allowed to vape in the office. I work in an office. I sit in a cube. So we go downstairs out to the garage a lot to vape. And I was really worried about this thing auto-firing in my pocket, but it's a very stiff button. So I was throwing it in my pocket all day, pulling it out, throwing it back in, just seeing how it would do, see if I was getting any auto-fire. Nothing. So, yeah, guys. This setup right here, like I said, got it at Cloud9. I believe you're talking under, let's see, you're talking under $200. You're talking right around the 170, 180 range for this whole setup. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Great mod, great addy, aside from the screws. I really can't say anything bad about the Flagship. And the only thing bad I can say about the Mutation is its fucking screws, but if you can get past that, this is a great, you know, all-day vape. Awesome, awesome cloud chasing vape. You know, you could definitely win some comps with this setup right here. And this might turn into my cloud comp setup, so. Ooh, that was dry. Hold, please. Woo! Should have checked that. So, I'm going to drip this real quick. And, yeah, guys. Like I said, head down to Cloud9. Talk to my boys, Eric and Trent. Tell them I sent you. Tell them you want this setup because it is definitely worth every penny. This is full authentic, guys. Authentic mod, authentic addy. All for under 200 bucks. You cannot beat that. That's about all I got for the Mutation X V2 and the SMK Flagship. I've got a couple things coming up this week. I'm going to try to wrap a fused Clapton coil. We'll see how that goes. I just got the all-white Sir Lancelot in, which is super, super clean. I'm already liking it, and I haven't even built on it yet. What else did I get in? I think that's about it. I'm still waiting on the Dark Horse. That was a pre-order that I was unaware of. And I'm still dicking around with this Lancia. It's a bitch, guys. But we'll talk about that later. So for now, that's it. Deuces.